Okay, we're back today looking at Mono Red. This is Mono Red Storm using a somewhat new card, Expedited Inheritance. This is a 2 mana red enchantment that basically says when a creature takes damage, both yours and your opponents, they or you get to exile that many cards from the top of your library, and then until the end of the next turn, you can play those. Pretty good card. Actually ends up being a very good source of repeatable card advantage if you can build your deck in such a way that you can ensure creatures will be taking damage, both on your side and hopefully not on your opponent's side, although sometimes that will happen. Now, definitely there is some credit to be given here where credit is due. This deck is heavily based off of Thraben Yu's deck breaking the card in a very similar way. He was the one to pioneer, as far as I'm aware, this combo with Marauding Raptors, which we'll hover over here. Marauding Raptor, a 2-mana dinosaur that both discounts your creatures, which is very important in this deck, and deals damage to your creatures when they enter. So I'm going to be playing a deck that is based around the same strategy that Phil played in his deck, but has some different synergies associated with it. So let's talk about the things that are sort of the same. Number one is the way that you get going with Marauding Raptor and Expedited Inheritance is you need to have a bunch of creatures that can come in for either free or near free in order to basically make it so that once you get these cards, you are either finding new things that can be played, or you're getting to a point where you can actually just turn your cards into more cards for cheap or free. So obviously the way to do this is going to be with things like Ornithopter is 0/2. That when it comes in, it will be killed by Marauding Raptor. Strike It Rich is, I guess, not necessarily a creature, but we'll get to it later. Hangerback Walker for just 2 mana can end up being representing 2 instances of a trigger on Expedited Inheritance through the Marauding Raptor. Stonecoil Serpent, also pretty good. Stonecoil Serpent works very well because Marauding Raptor discounts by 1, so you can actually just play a Stonecoil Serpent for 1, and then it will end up taking 2 through Marauding Raptor, so Expedited Inheritance goes. And then the math for Hangerback Walker looks like you can pay essentially 1 mana through the discount through Marauding Raptor. This thing comes in, takes 2 damage through Marauding Raptor. It dies. It'll have a counter on it, so it makes a 1/1 Thopter. So Marauding Raptor hits it again, and so overall you've gotten 4 cards worth of value through it. So that's more or less what we want to be doing here. I'll talk about the 2 other cards that we have in this deck, or the 2 other creature cards, that is. Runaway Steamkin and Birgi, God of Storytelling. Both of these are in here for the mana advantage because we are in Timeless and we don't have access to the true fast mana that the format that Phil's playing is in, being in Legacy. I actually don't remember if it's Legacy or Modern, but he's definitely one of those formats where you have access to some better fast mana, whether that be in the lands or in artifact mana. So what we need to do here is we need to make up for that with Runaway Steamkin and Birgi. Runaway Steamkin is really nice. There's enough red spells in this deck that we can get a Runaway Steamkin going, and we do play Underworld Breach, so if we get to a point where Underworld Breach is going to be good, Runaway Steamkin becomes good as well, because we get to reloop these Strike It Riches, which are necessarily just free spells in their own right, but when you have a Steamkin or Birgi, they actually go mana positive, so that is probably the best way to break this card. Spikefield Hazard also has a synergy with Expedited Inheritance because any creature that's already on the battlefield can take a little bit of damage from Spikefield Hazard and basically trigger Expedited Inheritance. It's worth noting that Marauding Raptor does only trigger on creatures that enter the battlefield for you. And so anything that was already on the battlefield, like we want to have this Runaway Steamkin and Birgi out first, those do not take damage from the Raptor. So that's perfect for us. This means that our mana advantage cards do get to stick around as we combo off, and we don't have any non-synergies with our mana advantage. So yeah, Spikefield Hazard, also a way to get cards through Expedited Inheritance. And then finally, this deck is going to win with Wish, finding out of the sideboard either a Grapeshot or Tendrils. Really not really bothering to put anything else under in the sideboard, because once we get a Wish off, we really just are going for these combo pieces. So then, if we do decide to go for tendrils, we need to be careful about how we're using our strike-it-rich treasure tokens. We have a maximum of 8 of these. I guess a little bit more if we breach on a strike-it-rich flashing, escaping it. So that means we should be able to get the double black pips for Tendrils of Agony, and you will see that we have none in the land base itself. Finally, there's one grape shot in the actual deck itself. That's just so that we can get it straight up if we need to. It's also good removal if it comes down to it, so plenty of reasons to keep this in the deck. And then we are playing the One Ring. Sorry, I mentioned that we were in Timeless. I forgot that I moved this deck to Historic because Timeless is a sort of unforgiving format for a Storm deck that needs to set up with 2 permanent creatures that are a 1/1 and a 3/3 in their own right. So, like, obviously, Bergie's going to die to Bolt. Steamkin dies to just a Stiff Breeze. Kind of needs to be a slower format in order for this to work. But the good thing is, this deck is pretty good in Historic. I think you do have to navigate the control decks, which is kind of an interesting matchup. And there are a lot of cool decks to kind of see in the Historic meta right now. Obviously, the One Ring has the Alchemy version. It's a little bit worse in Historic, but honestly, just paying 1 each turn in order to work this thing out is not terrible. If you have a Bergie on the battlefield, she will generate the 1 mana for you to actually cast your One Ring. To activate the One Ring, so that's good. But yeah, the MO of this deck, really just get going with a Steamkin or Bergie. We want to make sure that we start the game with an Expedited Inheritance in hand, and then eventually we find our Underworld Breach and go off. And sometimes we even go off before then, just with the card advantage through killing our own creatures. So that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Should be a fun time. We do get to present as if we were a Goblin Charbelcher deck with 8 of the dual mode lands, so that's fun. But I think this should be a very good deck tech, as I've been having so much fun with this deck in my training sessions. Anyway, with that being said, we'll hop into round 1 here. Make sure to like the video and comment on it. Those things help me a lot. We're pushing towards 500 subscribers, and I hope to hit that soon. Big milestone for the channel. And of course, if you are new here, subscribe for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you in round 1. Alrighty, it's round 1. This opening hand does have a Marauding Raptor, but like I said, we do actually need to have the card advantage half of our combo first. Marauding Raptor is not necessarily a requirement here, as we have a few ways both in the land space, or actually, yeah, a few ways in the land space in order to actually deal the damage ourselves, so this is not the most important card to see. Would be nice here. Unfortunately, this does not have card advantage either, so we're going to mulligan one more time here. And I think I will go to 4 before just taking whatever. So we'll keep the 4 here. Marauding Raptor plus Steamkin is probably solid. I don't think we need the Cheerios just yet. We'll go in like this. If the Steamkin sticks around, that's awesome, but I'm just kind of expecting us to end up baiting out these early damage spells. We want Steamkin to stick around, so we will chill with the Expedited Inheritance. Now drawing a 0-drop would be the best. Striker Rich is not bad. We do need to play this Inheritance. That will grow our Steamkin, and we do get to attack in. Doesn't look like they have removal, so that's great for us. We are playing a Grixis deck, so I could expect an Edict here. An Edict would be okay because a Marauding Raptor would be nice to protect, so we can sack the Steamkin if need be. Looks like they may just kill. We'll discard the Striker Rich, make sure that we maintain the Marauding Raptor. And this is actually perfect because that's what we want to be doing, taking damage like this. Unfortunately, our cards that we find are pretty underwhelming here. Strike It Rich doesn't even work for us, and we don't have a land. We could get Underworld Breach into the graveyard. We could go Grape Shot. Maybe I just play Underworld Breach, try to get that thing into the grave. Alright, cool. So that puts it in the graveyard instead of exile. Honestly, just a setup play there. Really feels like that did just about nothing. Here's a land that's perfect. We'll play the Marauding Raptor. And if we can get this thing to take damage anyway, we're starting to feel good. And then if we draw 0-drop, we are also feeling good. So plenty of good things to be happening here. Storm's Wrath, that's fine. We get 4 cards here. Yes, please. There's another Marauding Raptor. We even find Bergie, which is great. Let's play the legendary land here, and then we can go Burgy into Spikefield Hazard on Burgy. I don't like that I have 2 Marauding Raptors going away. I have 3 Burgies, if I'm remembering correctly. That could be good. This is a hard decision for me. If I knew the top of my deck, it'd make it a lot more straightforward. My reasoning is I can play Burgy. I could also Valakut Awakening next turn. Actually, this is not straightforward at all. I'm definitely playing the Spikefield Hazard on whatever I cast. If I go Marauding Raptor, yeah, it's like, man, do I want the card advantage now? The potential for card advantage later? I think I go with Burgy, and I'll explain why. It's really just because I have this Valakut Awakening in my hand. We'll deal a damage to my Burgy. That is essentially free, and we get something back out of it. We will take action. There is a Hangerback Walker that can be cast actually just for 0. Dang, that's unfortunate. If we had picked the Marauding Raptor, we would have been able to cast that actually also for just 0, so that's unfortunate. We will get it into the graveyard, though. That does ramp me for Marauding Raptor. Okay, did not see that line, but I'm glad that things worked out the way that they did. This 1 mana will fizzle. We will pass. We'll say go. So we have all of our cards online. This Valakut Awakening could find us the 0-drop that we need, but opponent does have the Ritual of Soot to put my board away. At the very least, we converted 3 of these lands that would have otherwise gone to the graveyard into some decent cards. I can make a setup turn with Strike It Rich and Shatter Skull Smashing, or I could just go Valakut Awakening and look for something now. This strikes me as a matchup that I want to wait in, so we will just go for the Strike It Rich and play this as the land. Next, we get a big Valakut Awakening. Wish is probably not useful for now, so we want to make sure that that's in the graveyard. Negate on that is interesting. Cool. We'll pass. We'll have to definitely keep an eye out for more negates or for Counterspell. That will ruin me on my second Underworld Breach if that comes up. Counterspells do not work against storm spells, so that is a good indication for me. Here's that Ornithopter we were hoping to find. I do need to dig deeper for something that can deal damage. So I think we'll wait and do that on their end step. Well, we will attempt to cast it. I don't know if I want to discard 1 or 2 cards. I think I probably just want to get rid of 2. Feeds a Breach. This is a good setup turn. If we take damage, then I'm sad. We will go Steamkin. I want to have that stick around, which is why I'm sequencing it like this. And we do actually get to make the Steamkin big. Perfect. Treasure. Make the Steamkin big. We will have at most 3 mana here. I think I'll use that to convert all of them. Oh my god. That's fine. Technically, we are ramping a tiny bit, though I will end up being in a situation where I flash back. Let's make the mana here and bank it all in Strike Your Rich tokens, and we say go. Opponent's got 3 cards left in hand. Hopefully they're not all board wipes. We have seen 2 different board wipes so far. Dang, I was hoping that it would be Storm's Wrath instead of Ritual, so that would have at least converted us into a lot of cards. Now we're just stuck in top deck mode as we kind of just chill here with creating mana. We will hold this land in case they Thoughtseize, and we just have to sit tight. Underworld Breach. Does Underworld Breach win the game? I can play a Burgy, exiling whatever. That costs 3 mana. Then I have Marauding Raptor for essentially just 1 mana, and then I think I should be able to go off for there. So I'm exiling 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6 somewhere. I should have, I think, enough to get Hangerback Walker on. Okay, so let's see. All matters if this gets countered or not. It does not, and in fact, comes in very quickly. We'll go Burgy on the 3. We need to be smart about how we exile here. We only need 1 Marauding Raptor. We don't need the lands. Okay, we're good. And then do we have the ability to do both Marauding Raptor and something else? We actually don't. Oh, that's a problem. So I think we gotta go Marauding Raptor. Dang. And then the Breach is okay, the Valakut can go, and then one Steamkin, and then we actually do need to, unfortunately, wait till a little bit later when we draw a 0-drop to make things work. But we are set up. So I actually could have just gone Marauding Raptor into Hangerback Walker. I think that's actually the smarter play here. We had good mana, but unfortunately not going to work for us. If opponent murders our stuff with anything other than actual murder, we're okay. Looks like they were holding up priority at some point, but we will pass through our turn. Any action from opponent, we'll see. I mean, any damage directly to the creatures is fine. We just hopefully need to not see the third Ritual of Soot. Okay, Storm's Wrath. That's totally fine. This is 8 cards for us. This is the card advantage that we needed. They could Stifle. They'd have to Stifle 2 triggers, though. I'm not sure that Storm's Wrath is worth it to them. Like, I'd still be up to the top deck. They could have even waited a turn on that. Maybe they don't know what I know. They're reading Expedited Inheritance now. Exile top 3. Okay. Hopefully that's not going to be great for them. They actually did find a Burgie. Unfortunate. Another Expedited Inheritance. That's good. We would have liked to Breach, though, unfortunately. Okay. We do get to take our turn. So we have Expedited Inheritance. We can do some stuff with Hangerback Walker and Spikefield Hazard. Might be our way forward. Let's see. I think I do have a land this turn, right? I'll probably play one of these tapped ones. We have multiple Valakut, so it'll be that. I guess I could have done the Sokens on. Oh, I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. We do have 6 mana here, so I think after the Expedited Inheritance, I'm going to decide if I want Hangerback Walker or something else. And go Hangerback Walker for 1. Hold up Spikefield Hazard. I'd have to do it before my end step. I could go Coil for 2 mana. That means that it sticks around after the Spikefield Hazard, and I think that's probably a good idea. We'll do that. And then Hangerback Walker can go for 1. I'll use a treasure on Spikefield Hazard. Okay. And this does need to be done before my turn ends. So here's Stone Coil Serpent. Hopefully we hit well here. Land is cool. And another Stone Coil Serpent's not bad. Alright, so we'll pass here, let these rests go to exile. And we have what could be considered a tiny board here. That Hangerback Walker can grow. And we are set up to extremely profit if we get this Marauding Raptor into play and can slowly grow this Hangerback Walker. I think that'll be my plan. Let's take a look at the cards that we need to draw still. So I see 1 Burgie. That's the second one that they got off of my graveyard. And then we have 2 Marauding Raptors, 1 in the graveyard. And a 3rd Burgie. Okay, so we have no more Burgies, 1 more Marauding Raptor. Okay. They draw Burgie. Can they storm off is the question. Maybe they plan to wipe the board here. Okay. Well, we will at least go and get a little bit of damage back here, or a little bit of card advantage back. That is a 1 mana quote-unquote draw 2. Unfortunately, more lands. Not great. 22 cards left in library. 7 in graveyard, so we'll have about 30 cards to work with here. Need a good draw here. That's what it comes down to. That's Wish. Wish we don't particularly care about right now. So we'll save 1 mana here. We'll play a land. We'll play a Strike It Rich. And then this Stone Coil Serpent can basically go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That does survive a Storm's Wrath now. And now we pass. We now are okay against a Burgi attack. They can attack with Burgi into the Storm's Wrath, so if they attack me, I'm definitely just taking the damage. They'll need to have an actual kill spell if they want to kill the Stonecoil Serpent. That's tough. Sure. So Liliana minus will at least get 2 creatures back out of Edict, which will then result in a dead Liliana next turn.
I just surrender right now.
Possibly a smart play is to just take the +1. No, so they'll do this. This is fine for us. Hangerback Walker, everyone Edicts. You got it. And there goes Hangerback Walker. Just gotta hope that they don't have 3 mana to kill my stuff. So they may end up losing the 6 mana Planeswalker. If it really came down to it, I could wish for a Grape Shot. Could actually exactly strike it rich, wish, get Tendrils, and cast it. There's the breach. Alright, so we go in. We see if we can bait anything out from them. I think we go for breach here. This is 11 cards. Breach gets me back Marauding Raptor, gets me back Hangerback Walker. Can I also get Burgi back? Because that was the mistake I made last time. So I go Breach. I have 7 mana left. I go Burgi. Should have enough to exile. 1, 2, 3. Then another 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is close. So 11. It's 4 each time. Yeah, we'd be 1 away again. That's unfortunate. So I got to go Marauding Raptor first. I can't do Burgi yet. It will then be tight on mana as well. Okay, so here's what we do. We go Breach. That was always going to happen. We will immediately take Marauding Raptor and go hit the Hangerback Walker route. So let's get rid of the lands. I guess other Underworld Breach is a good target as well. Probably even better than getting rid of these damage spells. Because actually those are free with Burgi, so possibly a mistake here. We now go for, where is it? Where is... Actually, yeah, we want Burgi first. 2 mana. No, I don't want to go Burgi because I don't have enough cards. That's right. So we have to go Hangerback Walker first. For X equals 1. Getting rid of Breach. Probably the Stonecoil Serpent and Runaway Steamkin. And now we just need to find a bunch of cards that we can get into the graveyard. Trigger. We do get a lot of cards here, which is nice. And we probably will end up just exiling our entire library soon. Alright. There's another Marauding Raptor. That doesn't really matter for us. What does matter here, though, is this Ornithopter. There goes the Ornithopter to our graveyard. And now I think we can get Burgi out. Another Expedited Inheritance could be nice. Here is Burgi from hand, which is just better. Alright, now we have mana. There goes Burgi. Burgi survives this, which is very notable in the deck construction world. We can actually go for... Where's the second Marauding Raptor? Oops, that's not it. Second Marauding Raptor, make some mana. That's essentially free. Now Stonecoil Serpents can be cast for 2 for free. And our Hangerback Walkers can go for 1 for free. So we go Hangerback Walker for 1. That's just free. Trigger. And deck is fully exiled here, so we just need to basically just get going. So no more cards. We have to get as much Storm as physically possible. And then I guess also just kill them normally. So here's Ornithopter. Bang, bang. And then actually, did I have another... Yeah, it's unfortunate that I didn't get another Marauding Raptor, because if I got a third one, the Stone Coil Serpents can then survive. This still goes for 2. Yep. Trigger. Then we go Stone Coil for 2. A lot of triggers to wait for resolution on, which is annoying. Yep. I think we should have it here. We have the Wish. Might as well just make sure that that's cast already. Here's Ornithopter. Ornithopter's going to do its thing. And I think that we do have lethal Tendrils damage. So we got to make sure that the Striker Rich comes out. We will cast it with the Escape. Getting rid of Wish. And then I guess 2 Ornithopters are fine. Boom. Let's check how much we have, and that is 13 Tendrils damage, so we will go ahead and target opponent with this. They can counter one if they want, but this should be lethal. Alright, and those all will resolve, and we will shoot opponent in the face. Alright, so round 1 was able to end in a combo kill against Control. Really just had all the little lightweight things that we needed to poke them until they were dead. Things definitely hinged around us dealing with the Liliana very quickly. That was really important to us. And yeah, looks like we had about 10 damage left over, so quite a resounding win there. Pretty awesome. Round 1's out of the way. Here comes round 2. Alright, I'm in love with this hand. Expedited Inheritance, and then eventually an Underworld Breach. And we do get to keep 7 lands here. I'm going to play slow here. I think I'll just burn these as tapped lands and then go Striker Rich into Expedited Inheritance. Then hopefully Underworld Breach is a strong turn. Okay, here we go. This is Spikefield Hazard. We will present as a Charbelcher deck. Alright, yep, again, play slow. Here we go. There's Striker Rich. Get on there. Alright, get our turn back here. More untapped lands, that's not terrible. For where we're going, we're kind of just taking our time. I can actually just not even show the Expedited Inheritance. We'll show another Strike It Rich. Now it's not necessarily the case that we're playing Belcher. Sometimes a Belcher deck may just have the 1 mountain. Although, if it were me, I would definitely not do that in a Belcher deck. Urbrask's Forge. Okay, so they want to play a long game too. More lands, honestly. Wow. Well, maybe we just go for a decently sized Stone Coil Serpent that can start to block these Urbrask Forge tokens for quite a while. That does represent a lot of damage to us. So let's just do this. And then Inheritance and Breach can just chill. Oh, Edict. Tough. Okay. So they want to control our creatures while attacking us with an Urbrask's Forge. That is something that's going to be bad for us. Spikefield Hazard? Oh, nice. So that actually deals with an Urbrask's Forge for one of these turns. Let's do this. We can actually just do the Sokens on discard. Oh. I guess that's a thing that could happen. Now Sokens on is just a literal trade. Alrighty. We will make that trade here, but now our face is about to start hurting. Need to kill this Mondrak. This thing, does this also do counters? No, it doesn't. The Urbrask Forge has just been out that long. Okie dokie. Yeah, and I guess they did have trample. That's also bad. Oh, we'll move to my turn. Hopefully. Actually, yeah, Stardust Wolf's matching is what we needed. This is going to be done for 4. We'll get to kill this guy. And actually, 1, 2. If I do it for 5, no, I need to do this now. Then have I played this as my land for turn? I have not. We'll do that now. This Forge, kind of bad for us. Again, we don't have the ability to do anything about it. Oh, well, we'll make a red mana. Maybe they'll let us draw a card. Oh man, okay, this is bad for us. They just have all the things that we can't deal with. This, like, recurring creature creation is hard for us. And I don't think we have enough things in the graveyard to really be able to pop off here. We just kind of got unlucky with the creature draw. Expedited Inheritance never really got to do anything. We can just go ahead and pass, and I think we're going to take lethal damage here. We'll concede to Thoughtseize, I guess, but other than that. Oh, the Shieldred, it's over. They hit us for 5 plus 7 plus 9. That is lethal. Alright, kind of a quick round 2 here. No combo this time, but we'll get into a round 3 starting now and hopefully get to do that. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. This is round 3. Need our combo pieces. That unfortunately was not it. Similarly, this is also not it. I don't think getting a Burgie out eventually is that good, especially just having Grape Shot and Wish already in this hand as dead cards. Oh, this is much better. We'll keep this one. And I think that... Oh man, do I want Strike It Rich or Runaway Steamkin? I don't know. I think I want to keep the creatures. This does play poorly into a board wipe centric deck though. Leyline of Abundance, okay. Perhaps they just make a bunch of mana and do their own thing. That'd be great for us. Here's Walker. Okay, so we can just do this like we did last time. Say go. Coco, that's unfortunate. Alright. I think we start off here. Just delay by 1. That is always scary. That's also scary. Yes. Alright, it's gonna have to be big here. Let it happen. And okay, well, we get to try. Here we go. So we got to go for 0. Okay, that's huge. We go for 1. Ooh, more lands. Okay. Go for 1. This is looking tough. Dang, that's double Burgie too. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. We'll put this in tapped unless we want to shock. I think we just straight up die next turn anyway. Pay 3 life, go for Walker. This has to be for 1 now. Tough. Very tough. We see if we survive. I don't think we do. Activate War Master, tuck in, it's done. No, it's also a good way to do it. Oh, wait. Is that lethal? It's not lethal if I fully block. I take 16 instead of 20. Oh, wait, no, I'm still dead. The shot killed me, darn. Okay, it is what it is. That's just the speed of Elf Ball. I don't think I can really do too much against that. We're fast, but not that fast. We do need a bit of setup in order to find our combo turn. Alright, well, some tough back-to-back rounds here. Round 4 coming up here, hoping that this will be a combo kill. We'll see. Okay, here we go, round 4. We have a good start. Alright, so here's Expedited Inheritance, and we can go Stone Coil for 1 next turn. If we draw land, that's Stone Coil for 1, and then Hanger back for 1. Seems good. We'll have to play that as a land. Here's Stone Coil for 1. Another Marauding Raptor and Steamkin, that's huge. Big setup turn here. Bergie makes both of these free. Alright, it is what it is. Actually, it's kind of bad. Have to just play Raptor and Steamkin here. Little value. That means I can't use Steamkin for mana, which is annoying. Bergie at least will survive. Okay. Volt Raptor goes to the graveyard. Now we got Steamkin. This will probably just be something that can chill here. We will in turn. Chump blocking is still damage. Yeah, I mean, I'm into the idea of doing this. We don't need Steamkin for mana that badly. They get to exile 1, we get to exile 2. Seems like a good trade. We will take action. They decided not to, actually. Here's Breach. Can Breach back a Marauding Raptor. And then that means that we do get Hanger back for 1. Lands, a Grape Shot. Not super great, honestly. There goes Breach. Another Phyrexian Arena for opponent. Lose our Marauding Raptor again. Short. Okay, so we can get Bergie out. We can do a tiny little Shatter Skull Smashing. This will be Shatter Skull Smashing for 1. Oh, it's just not... Oh, wait, no. This is exactly enough. So we go Shatter Skull Smashing for 1. Target Bergie. A little bit of damage there. Make a mana. Take action. Hanger back for 0. Make a mana. And then that's enough for Grape Shot. Total of 4 copies. So we point 2 copies at the Gifted Aetherborn. Blast it face. They will get to get some card advantage here. Call of the Ring, okay. Could be worse. No worth in trying to ritual anything out, so we'll pass and turn. Pass. Alright, we have our Bergie. We kind of just need some more Marauding Raptor in our life. Shieldred, huh? Oh, that might be another Shatter Skull kind of situation for us. Strike it rich. That is mana neutral. I can make a size 3 Hangerback Walker. I think I want to just do that. Auto-pay. And we will not attack. So we're going to block this Shieldred. Honestly, if they're smart, they just let me drain to the Shieldred triggers on my draws naturally. Ooh, a Phyrexian Obliterator. Yikes. Well, this might be a problem for us. We need to kill Phyrexian Obliterator. And we only have damage-based ways to do it. We'll draw. Take our 2. Soakin's on, make some little guys. That ends up being pretty solid for our Hangerback Walker. Do I have enough if I activate Strike It Rich? Not quite. Maybe we go and Strike It Rich. And if we really need to, we can channel Soakin's on. Otherwise, we have Hangerback Walker at instant speed. We'll pass. We're about to chunk pretty heavily here with Phyrexian Obliterator. We do have access to Wish into Tendrils, though. It's all about whether or not we can get there. Nope. Weird triggers. Phyrexian Arena actually nets them life, which is nice for them. Phyrexian Obliterator having trample is actually a huge problem for me. Means I can't really effectively block it at all. We'll let it attack. I'm definitely not okay sacking 5 permanents. Okay. Shieldred has attacked. That's huge. I think I kill Shieldred. They must have removal. I think I'm just going to block straight up. I think they must have a kill spell to kill my Hangerback Walker before it takes damage. Gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Totally fine. It's about the number of counters on this. That means that they get less cards. And yeah, this is totally fine. We go to 6. We still get 3 counters. They just get 1 and we get 4. They may kill something now though. Destroying my Bergie, sure. So we don't have the mana advantage right now. There's the Marauding Raptor into Ornithopter. That's good. I'm gonna save Soakin's on then. We'll draw, take our little bit of damage. We will take this, we will play Marauding Raptor. Here's an Ornithopter, let's see what we hit. We will exile. We need mana. That's kind of important. I think we do need to do a second Expedited Inheritance here. There's Ornithopter, we just gotta get lucky. The One Ring's not bad. And there's a Burgie, though. Another Expedited. Let's play this Burgie. Spikefield Hazard is now going to be online. Another Expedited, another Burgie. Okay. We might be good here. So here's Strike It Rich. Make a mana, make a treasure. Let's do Spikefield Hazard on our Marauding Raptor. Exile a little bit. And I think we have Hangerback Walker for 1 here. We can go 1 more Spikefield on our Marauding Raptor. Alright, there's a Stone Coil Serpent, great. We'll start this one off with X equals 1. Or sorry, with X with X equals 1. Make our mana. Now that's Hangerback Walker for 1. Alright, I think we have it here. Just need to find a little bit more mana with these 0 drops. And then we'll eventually get our Underworld Breach. Should be solid. Triggers. Take action. There's Underworld Breach. Here we go. And another Ornithopter. So let's drop the Ornithopter, then we'll get our Breach out. Yep. And the Steamkin. So the Steamkin will be my additional mana. We'll do that. No, it won't because it's going to immediately die. It's all good. That is actually what we want to be doing. We have exiled just about everything in our deck. That's about 2 cards. So let's just make sure that we finish everything out. Pay X equals 1. And we should be good on our Storm here. We will exile the last few cards here. Then where did Wish go? Wish is somewhere around here. Here's Wish. Make our mana. And we'll go with Wish for our Tendrils for 14, which is actually just 28, so we need to go a little bit longer. Let's go Stone Coil for 1. And we'll just make sure that we have sufficient damage to kill our opponent. They do have 4 mana here, so it is possible for them to gain probably something like, we'll just say like 6 life or something like that. So let's go ahead and increase Storm just a little bit more. Marauding Raptor's nice. Just everything that costs 1 mana. Strike It Rich. And what else costs just 1 mana? Spikefield Hazard is 1, but I don't necessarily want to do that. We are probably good now. This is 18 for 36. I want to still go a little bit, tiny bit longer. We'll just go Underworld Breach, go a little bit negative on mana. There that is, and here's Ornithopter. Ornithopter, exile 1, 2, 3, in no particular order. I'll probably do just like 1 more instance of spells here. Cannot exile the top 2. Alright, Thopter again. 1, 2, 3. Probably don't want to do this. Get rid of the land. Triggers. Alright, I think we probably have them from here. We'll go ahead and activate Tendrils, targeting them. That's 42 damage. Should be enough. And if it came down to it, we can still go again. Alright, and I gotta click 18 times, but that is going to be the victory here against Mono Black Devotion, I guess. We didn't really see any Nykthos Shrine to Nyxes, but maybe that's what they were doing. At the very least, it's Mono Black mid-range, and we were able to come out on top. Phyrexian Obliterator, definitely no joke here. Had to just chunk that a few times until we were able to make things work. But the Tendrils is shown up here, and we have the win. Cool. Solid round 4. Got to execute the combo 1 more time. We'll head into round 5 right now and go for 1 final thing. I know I didn't do it in the deck tech, but if you wanted to actually engineer your wish board a little bit more, maybe you're not really going to need more than 2 Tendrils of Agony and like maybe 1 Grape Shot. So I think you could probably put like any sort of board wipes that would help you with situations like this. Damage-based board wipes. You could probably go in a bunch of different ways. You know, have something for when you have mana but need to wipe a board. Have something for creature removal if you have problematic creatures. This is something that I think that you could probably just tune to the decks that you're facing. Obviously, this is a little bit of a brew here, so you know, it's not had the same amount of reps as like a fully finalized deck. But we are into round 5 here. Last round coming up. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you there. Okay, final round. Doesn't have what we want. This has a lot of what we want. And man, if we can draw a 0-drop, we go off to the races with this hand. I'm down. Strike it rich. Here we go. Get in there. Eventually we do want a 3rd land, but for now we're good. Blossoming Sands. We have some breathing room here, and that's a 0-drop. I mean, we've drawn pretty much perfectly so far. We'll play the harder to interact with piece of our combo first. Well, for white, maybe that's not so hard to interact with. We'll see. Cavern of Souls for Phyrexian. Very cool. Grafted Butcher. I've played a deck with this card before. We'll see if it ends up being something that we want to worry about. I very greedily want to play a 2nd Expedited Inheritance, but I think I'm going to not do that. We'll instead play Marauding Raptor and go for Stone Coil for 1. Just some lands. This means Hangerback for 1 is possible. We could also get 2nd Expedited Inheritance out. Maybe we just wait here and see if it's possible to hurt our Marauding Raptor a little bit. We'll gain a life. And they let me go to my turn. I am a little bit worried about pinging my Marauding Raptor because they might be able to kill it and then it goes to exile. Opponent decides to forfeit, so that's kind of a bummer. It is historic. I feel like the rates of that happening are a little bit higher than they are in Timeless, but I mean, it's a video game on the internet. You can't expect everyone to be super good about that. So we'll requeue here, and we actually just find a match real quick. So this is going to be round 5 re-record here. Again, super great hand. Let's get it. I feel like overall we've gotten extremely good hands with this deck. This is Elf Ball potentially this time, either Elf Ball or something that wants to ramp super hard. So we will do everything that we've been doing thus far. 2nd mana into Expedited Inheritance. Our best next draw is a land. And we go Marauding Raptor into Stone Coil Serpent ×2, hoping to find something. That 3rd land could help us get a Burgie out, but maybe we need to wait for the following turn in order to make that actually happen. Luckily, this seems like it's just some sort of actual elf strategy. We don't draw the land here, so we're going to look for it. Here's just straight up Ornithopter. We will exile the top 2. Another Expedited Inheritance plus Burgie, that's good. I need to just look for another land though. We'll go for X = 1 here. Take our damage. That is a land, okay, cool. And then this is probably good for now. We will get the Burgies in Expedited Inheritance out next. They got a 3/5 now. That's not super great. We are going to let it hit us because Marauding Raptor does need to survive. They go in, we don't block. They have a big next turn when it comes to ramping out. Here's Burgie. Burgie goes to 1. We find another land here. Let's use that other land to cast Expedited Inheritance. Make some mana. Go for the Stone Coil Serpent for X = 1. Get our 2nd mana. That is for Hangerback Walker, and we have the potential of going off right now. Take action. Take action. Strike it Rich is good. Underworld Breach is great. We go Hangerback for 1 here. Boom. Double Expedited Inheritance means that we have a pretty high likelihood of being able to make it. Yep. Alright, a couple more 0 drops. That puts us in a good situation, and then we have the 1 ring if we do end up fizzling. Great. So Marauding Raptor's free. Let's do that. Okie dokie. Here's Ornithopter, and we just go for the 0 drops first, then for the free 1 drops, then for Underworld Breach, and do it all again. And this should be lethal. Fortunately, Steam can now just a 0 drop effectively. There's Wish. Alright, Ornithopter again. Probably want to cast some of the non-creature spells here to keep my UI actually readable. Okay, so where were the Strike It Riches? We'll do those next. Here's Strike It Rich. Oh god. That's not it. There's Strike It Rich. Here's another Strike It Rich. And then that was everything. We have another Burgie. Burgie's just free here. We'll cast it. Bang. Let's keep this one. That's actually a mistake. We do not make mana anymore, so what we need to do is which Marauding Raptor is trying to kill Burgie. That's a little unfortunate. Do we have one more Burgie? It's fine. If Burgie dies, we can make this work. I'll let her die here. That is Grape Shot for 12. We do have Lethal, actually, so it doesn't matter. Let me talk about what I was going to do, though. Because Marauding Raptors ×2 kills Burgie, which is a little awkward. So what I need to make sure that we do is we actually just kill this thing with, what is that one card? We need to look for our 1 mana deal of damage. However, what I can do is just cast this other Burgie after finding my Spike Field Hazard, which I know I had one of. This is so hard to see. Spike, spike, spike. Oh god, where did it go? Oh, I think I found it. Spike Field Hazard. Okay, there we go. For 1 mana, kill the Marauding Raptor. There we go. Alright, now we're back to the races. It does cost us 2. We will take the action here. Almost got a little lost in the combo there with the Burgie Legend roll, but it is what it is. We are back. We do need to make a little bit more mana now, though, which is awkward. Okay, yep. Let's Steam can do the thing. And now we're just looking for Wish. We may as well, since we're already so close, go for a natural Grape Shot kill. Here's Underworld Breach. Oh, actually, we probably don't want to do Underworld Breach yet. Where's a 1 drop? God, it's so hard to see everything here. Oh, here's an Ornithopter that slipped by. And then for this, we may as well just go... shit. Okay, that's fine. We almost went through the end of our turn there. That would have been absolutely terrible. Here's Hangerback Walker for 0. Confirm 0. Make our mana. Yep. Stone Coil for 1. Alright, now we've made our mana. Hangerback for 0. Oh my gosh, so annoying. Stone Coil for 1. Hangerback for 0. Okay, with 6 mana we use 3, that leaves us 6 left over. That is actually 2 more mana than I needed, so it's all good. Let's find our Wish and get out of here. There's Wish. Activate Wish. Make our mana. Oh yeah, we only needed 3 less than this. Okay, anyway, Grape Shot for 21. I'll click a few extra times here for the 5th and final round, since we haven't done a Grape Shot kill yet. But that is going to be it. We were able to combo out underneath the Simic ramp deck. Thank you for opponent for sticking around, and thank you opponent for not making me click 20 times. Feels nice. Well, hope that was an enjoyable deck tech series for you guys. It looks like opponent was at least interested enough to stick around and see what happened. Overall, I think this was a really fun Mono Red Storm deck. I actually really love Mono Red Storm. Every time that there's been something that is viable in either Historic or Timeless, I've wanted to play it here for the channel, so glad that I got to add this one to the repertoire of the decks that we've covered. And with that being said, that brings us to the end of the deck tech. Make sure to check the deck list out in the deck list description thing below, and let me know how you fared if you tried it. Let me know if you change anything or if you have any cool new innovations for this style of deck. Yeah, if there's any more mono red stuff that you're doing and want to send my way, please do. Love covering it for the channel. And with that being said, that brings me to the end of the video. Like and comment to hack the algorithm, and as the YouTube channel Mental Outlaw would say. And make sure to subscribe if you're new here for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.